Hello everyone. So in today's video, I want to talk about how you can migrate to Europe without needing a job offer and without the need for the English language requirement. That is, you don't need an IELTS exam. So no job offer, no IELTS exam. You sponsor yourself to this amazing country on this particular route. So in this video, I'm going to tell you all about the visa, who is eligible to apply for this visa, and the requirements to apply for this visa, the documents you need, and the duration of this visa, if you can move with your dependent or not, if there's an age requirement or not. I'll just tell you everything you need to know about this visa. So do watch this video to the end if moving to an amazing European country is what you want to do this year. If you're just meeting, my name is Jackie and you're welcome to my channel. Here I share content that will help you to relocate abroad, to live, to study, or to work. So do subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notification bell so you know every time I share a new video. And to returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. I truly appreciate the support. If you want to talk to me privately, you can reach me via my email and we'll get to talk about your own personal relocation goals. So do send me an email if you're interested in having a private chat with me. All right, so this visa, right? It's for a particular country in Europe, one amazing country that people love to go, one of the top destination countries. Like most people say, this country is like paradise. So imagine living in a paradise, right? You're not just going on vacation, you're actually residing in that setting. So I believe that this is something you'll be interested in. So this amazing country in Europe is Greece. Yes, Greece. Many people have Greece on their bucket list for vacation, right? So Greece has this visa called the Digital Nomad visa, where you can move down to the country, you sponsor yourself down to the country to reside. And the whole idea of the digital nomad visa is for people who are remote workers, who are freelancers, who can work from any location in the world. So that is why this visa was set up. This visa exists in so many countries, over 40 countries at the moment. I've done videos on several of these countries. I even have a video where I talked about 20 of these countries. So if you want to know more about other countries that have this digital nomad visa, the DNV, I'm going to be calling it DNV, right? You can check up the playlists, up here. Look at the playlist there to see other countries that offer this kind of visa. So I want to talk about the DNV for Greece in this video. So Greece has joined the long list of countries that are offering the DNV. So for this kind of visa, there's always, a minimum income requirement, because the idea is you're working, you have stable income, and you just want to reside in another country. You're not moving down to the country to take up jobs, right? So based on the cost of living in those countries, they want you to live comfortably in the country. That is why there is a minimum income threshold. So if you're earning up to a particular amount on a consistent basis, then you can migrate to the country on this kind of visa. So the income threshold for the DNV for Greece is $3,500. So if you earn at least $3,500 on a monthly basis, then you can apply for this visa. So this Greece DNV is also considered a digital visa. Other common names for the Greece digital nomad visa include the Greece remote work visa, the Greece nomad visa, the Greece nomadic visa, and the Greece digital nomad residence permit. So it can be called any of these names. So if you come across any of these names, it is the same visa. So let's quickly talk about the eligibility criteria for this Greece DNV. Number one is that you work for a company or clients that are outside of Greece. So you can't be working for a company or clients that are in Greece. It needs to be in foreign countries. And number two, you must be able to complete your work obligations using information and communication technology like Wi-Fi, laptops, and so on. So all your work has to be online. And another thing is you are not allowed to work for a company in Greece. You are not allowed to work for a company that is in Greece. And number four, if self-employed, you must submit confirmation of your business activity, corporate purpose, and business address. Your business cannot be registered in Greece. And the final one is that you're able to work remotely, right? So that's the whole idea. You're able to pack up move down to Greece while you still work for your company or your clients. So if this sounds like you, if you meet all these five criteria, then let's move further to talk about who can apply for the Greece DNV. The Greece DNV is designed for non-EU citizens who wish to work remotely in Greece. How long can you stay in Greece on the DNV? So this visa is initially granted for 1 year, and after the 1 year you can renew it for another 1 year, so you have maximum of 2 years to reside in Greece on the DNV. And it is good to note that while you're in Greece on this DNV, you have visa-free access to all the countries in the Schengen area, all the countries in the European Union. You can visit all these countries visa-free while you're on the Greece DNV. So let's talk about where to apply for the DNV. So you can apply for this visa within Greece and outside of Greece. So if you're inside Greece, maybe on a tourist visa, you can apply for the DNV while in Greece. And if you're outside Greece, you can also apply for the visa. So let's start with how to apply for this visa when you're inside Greece. If you're already in the territory of Greece, you apply at the one-stop service of the Greek Ministry of Migration and Asylum. Keep in mind that you need to apply for your digital residence permit before your initial visa expires. That is, the visa you use to enter Greece should not expire before you apply for this. You need to apply for this while you're still on the other visa, right? So you can get into Greece on a tourist visa and then quickly apply for the DNV if you meet the requirements. And then if you're outside Greece, you apply for this visa at the Greece embassy or consulate that is in your home country. So let's talk about visa fees. How much is it to apply for this visa? The visa fees for this Greece DNV is 75 euros. And the processing time for this is just 10 days. So in 10 days or less, you're going to get a response for your visa application. So on this visa, you can migrate with your dependents, your spouse and children can follow you down to Greece on this pathway. So let's talk about the financial requirements when you're moving with dependents. So the main applicant must prove a monthly income of at least 3,500 euros. The minimum amount increases per dependent that travels with you. So the financial increases for dependents are 20% for your partner or spouse and 15% for every child. So for example, if you plan to bring your spouse along with you, right? The 3,500 that was for you only now increases to 4,200 euros per month. And if you want to travel with a child, then that increases to 4,725 euros. That is for main applicants, spouse, and one child. The financial requirement is 4,725 euros of monthly earning. So now let's talk about the documents that you need to apply for this visa. So first of all, you need your passport and you also need a declaration letter. This is the most important document for this DNV application. You need to state that you plan to apply for the Greece DNV and work remotely in Greece. Within your declaration, you must include that you won't work for a company registered in Greece for the duration of your stay, and you must add all relevant details about your job, the company, and that you meet the financial requirements. Think of this declaration letter as a cover letter. You know, when you're applying for a job, you have a cover letter. So that is basically how it is for this visa application. And the next document you need is your proof of employment. You need to prove that you're a digital nomad planning to do remote work in Greece. And documents you may need for this are your employment contract to prove that you have a job that is outside of Greece. And you also need a letter from your employer stating that you're allowed to work from outside of the country, that you're allowed to work remotely, basically. So those are two things you need: your employment letter and another letter stating that you're free to work remotely. And this employment letter has to be valid for the amount of time you want to stay in Greece. So if you want to stay in Greece for 1 year, your employment letter must be for at least the duration of 1 year. And then if you own your own business, you own your own company, and you want to apply for this visa, you need to show your company license or registration and your company name, field of activity, corporate purpose, and any other relevant document that proves you own a company registered outside of Greece. You can also write a cover letter to explain more about, the services you provide, your clients, and things like that. So that will also help your application. And another document you need is your proof of sufficient funds. And you can do this by showing bank statements, company bank statements, your personal bank statements, and employment contract that states your salary. So they are sure that you meet the minimum income threshold, and any other documents that proves your monthly income, right? So there are different ways you can do it depending on your situation. And you'll be needing other things that are basic for, visas to Greece, like your proof of accommodation, your travel insurance, your health insurance. You also need your proof of funds, you need a return flight ticket, and you need a medical certificate. So when all this is done, you've gathered all your documents, then you can now apply for the Greece DNV. So you can do this in person, that is by going to the embassy or consulate that is closest to you. And you can also do it via email. So you need to check with the Greek embassy in your country to know how it works. Some countries only have the in-person, while some countries have the email option as well. So after you've submitted your application, you then wait to get a feedback. Feedback is gotten at most in 10 days. So in 10 days or less, you can get your response for your visa application. And hopefully it's successful for you, so you move down to Greece to reside. So let me know what you think about this in the comments. If you found this video valuable, do give it a thumbs up, that is a like, so others that need this information will get to see it. And also check out this playlist so you can see more digital nomad visas that you can explore. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Jackie, and I will see you in the next one.